For me, I run to find the best version of myself. I think that was one of the first things I noticed about running was it really brought out like all of my good qualities. Through running, and when you get real depleted, there's just this level of authenticity that hits you. And I think so much of my life for so long has been searching for authenticity. I channel a lot of just like past experiences and those people that helped to shape me to who I am. Through that, find a lot of gratitude for the people that helped me become the person I am, and for those that weren't there. Like my father was never around. He passed away when I was really young. And I find that in these type of things, I'm as close to him as I ever am. I think that's really what drives me a lot, is getting to that spot where it's just so raw and you've broken yourself down to so little that all you have to commune with is yourself and your memories, and he's always right there with me. So.
All right, well, let's do our endurance sports check-in. We got a lot of news
I know,
to share
let's do
today.
it.
Where do you want to start?
Robbie Balenger.
Of course. Basically, this Tesla starts on the outskirts of Austin and drives until it has a full battery charge and drives until the battery dies. And Robbie's challenge was to run that distance from where the Tesla started in under 72 hours. I think, the heat and humidity of the Texas Hill Country, an average of 93 degrees Fahrenheit, plus 13,000 feet of elevation gain, it laid the pain on him.
The man versus machine thing's definitely there. We have this thing that's gonna kind of help to illustrate the distance and give people a visual of that and thinking about this car and how far it can go. But at the end of the day, it's like between my two ears, just like that battle. And that battle can get really lonely. And putting in 3 days of this, that's gonna be a mental challenge like I've never experienced.
Hi Robbie, how you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling good.
What's the plan for this morning?
Take it easy. Gotta take it slow to go long. So, one step in front of the other.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Till we outrun this Tesla.
Tesla marks a distance, we mark the time. The Tesla is expected to go 250 plus miles before the battery hits zero, at which point Robbie will have 72 hours to surpass that distance.
I say that running is the inverse of a drug. With drugs, you feel really good while you're doing it, and then you feel like shit afterwards. And running, especially when you're getting into it, you feel like shit while you're doing it, and then you get to feel great afterwards. There's something in there that, they just strike the same nerve with me. I think it's like a real desire for authenticity. Partying used to hit that for some reason. It was just like raw and real and fun. And this is raw and real and fun, just in a different way. Something tells me this is the first time a Brit, an Australian, a Malian, and an American ran down this fucking road together.
All right, bro, where you at?
So I'm currently at 128 miles, tracking probably 250 in total, but I'm seeing this battery drain a little with the heat as it's getting warmer in the day, so we'll see where we end up.
All right, bro, chat to you soon.
All right, thanks, brother.
The heat's definitely becoming a factor though. It's getting fucking hot. I'm at 36.78 miles, 7 hours and 7 minutes in. Yep. I have until 10 hours and 15 minutes to get 50 miles. Shelly's dad came and pulled over on the side of the road. The minute his feet touched the ground as he got out of his car, I knew something had happened. It was just fear. And then as we approached it and I saw really how bad it was, and then it was just straight to worried about everybody's welfare and well-being. Like I was just really, really worried.
I think we're gonna need to get some help to get this out. I'm gonna just catch my breath for a second. I'm definitely hurt.
Keep checking in on you, all right?
Police officer has my ID.
Yeah.
Love you, man. Keep going. Get it going, bro.
Shelly's dad actually told me that you and John both went to the hospital. Outside of like maybe some pity parties with Shelly in the van, that was the only time that I asked Chris, I go, should we just stop? Should we just quit this right now? I could rationalize how no one would have questioned me quitting. And like having that opportunity, that out, was hard to overcome.
Fuck me. Wow.
All right, so what happened?
Yeah, we're in a car crash, so it's made the challenge even more of an adventure. It's going to be one hell of a film. I was in the van in front with John, and then we're pulling in to do a U-turn, and the next thing's his head hits mine. We're over on the side, and obviously, yeah, a bit of a smash up. Fortunately, everyone's okay. I know John and Everett went to the hospital for a bit, and they're all clear. It does have the potential to derail stuff, but when you're in that zone, it's like he's just got one thing on his mind, and that's finishing it. Obviously, the safety of everyone is paramount and comes first, but once you know that's okay, like he can't do anything by stopping, and he knew that, so yeah, he carried on. He just checked in to see if everyone was okay, and then got after it. Yeah, luckily everyone's fine, and we can keep going.
So the Tesla made it 242 miles.
200.
Parked outside of Creedmoor right now.
Okay.
But I'll drop you a bid and see you soon, okay?
Thanks, B. See you soon. 242 miles. We're coming for ya.
Nope. Okay.
I don't have that right now.
Have you seen him this rough in a race before?
No, I don't think so.
It's
The heat, I think the heat just zaps him in a way that he was not expecting. He was feeling nauseous, a lot of like burping, gas, going to the bathroom, and then reflux was like the last thing for these last several hours. I just got some Tums. Shit, I forgot to get his Tums. Maybe this was his lowest low. We're not sure. There might be another low, another really low low. But my hope is that this was the low, and you don't get to come back from a low until you have it.
Fuck you. The mornings were really hard. I took 50-minute downtimes right at daybreak, and the getting going was really difficult. That was I think the lowest morale-wise I was throughout the whole thing.
It's gonna be okay.
I've never had an effort feel like this. I've never been able to not put down food.
What mile are you at?
It's pretty pathetic. 103 and a
Are you on pace?
half. No. I'm a little bit behind. A couple hours. But
It's good.
it's all I can do right now.
We're with you, man.
Thank you.
Wanted to create a route that was scenic, one that was crossing a bunch of rivers and bridges, and just to make it enjoyable for Robbie, right? We didn't want him just be running down the highway. And so we wanted to have him kind of meander all around kind of some of the Austin area's coolest spots, and then end up kind of heading back in towards the city. I hope city only curses my name like once a day, that would be great. Because I know there are going to be some of those. But the truth is, it's Texas. We have a lot of private ranches out here, and you have to avoid some pretty massive areas. But yeah, I hope that he's enjoying the view.
This route's fucking horrid. I gotta talk to Mallory. I don't know where I pissed her off along the way.
Holy shit!
I thought I'd stop by.
Oh my God, I'm really funny. I'm about to cry. It's pretty good here.
I'm so excited.
You are in a good mood now.
I just picked up a friend of ours from the airport who flew in from New Jersey. She and her husband, when Robbie was doing the Transcon, they had been following him, and they so graciously opened their house to Robbie and his crew. And so now she's out there running some miles with him on this one too, to take on the miles he's putting in and the hours. Community and support is what keeps him going.
Is he going to finish?
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
That tenacity and that determination and drive. Yeah.
I was much more depleted going into day 2 than I had anticipated. Like I was zapped. But as these things go, like there's just ebbs and flows. Like it eventually came around, people started joining, and that energy just really helped to carry me through.
More from what we saw at 7 a.m. today to now.
Oh yeah, this morning was
huge
brutal.
difference.
Like rocking up here was absolutely brutal. And then when you saw Hellah and Will rock up and you had Adam as well, like it was just life, and he was just second wind.
Hottest time of the day, like you said. This is perfect time to sleep. And
It's Texas, it's hot.
Can I get a... Can I see your share wrist? I just want to get rid of it. 120? Let's set a timer just in case. Why did she bring such a big smile to your face?
Alexa?
Yeah.
Oh, she's just... She's the epitome of what this sport has done for me. Just introduced me to like the most amazing people. It's just how grateful I am for this opportunity. Just to be surrounded by such a team of people that are just here for one thing. Me, it's pretty humbling. Yeah, they're huge.
I'll go like 10 feet ahead and start moving stuff out. You move at your own speed, bro.
I caught myself during Rocky where I was 20 miles in. Can't wait to finish this race.
Yeah.
Can't wait to be done with this. And then my mind like shifted instantly where I'm like, hold on. There's gonna be a day where I want to relive this again. Soak this shit up as long as you can.
Live it, yeah. Live in it.
But it's really hard to be present in that moment.
One of the things that draws me to these things is you are so aware of yourself and being alive while doing it. Through the pain, all of it. It's just like every sense is heightened.
It is pretty crazy. The body is that adaptable that do that much stimulus and stress and put it through, it will still just like grow and harden through that.
Absolutely. Adaptation, man. Applying a pressure over time. It becomes whatever you're asking it to be. A lesson I've learned many times, but one day has no correlation to the next. Yesterday was terrible, and here today is just a really good time. So that's what I love about this stuff.
Oh my God. I'm just trying to catch up to the lead pacer. And it's Robbie. He's having it.
Hey, we're about to roll out, man.
Hey, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for
Thanks for inviting us, man. I
really appreciate it.
Kill the rest of this.
Thank you, man.
Looking forward to seeing the end.
It's a pretty rough road the next 6 miles.
God, darn it.
He just wants to make sure that you're cognizant.
Lucid.
Lucid, yes.
There's going to be a concrete bridge. You have this much. It's about, I would say maybe 50 feet long.
All right.
About that much concrete traffic coming at you.
Okay.
There's no on the other side. The other side is a drop down into the water. Once you get in the city, you should have enough. I mean, it's still not much, but you'll have a lot of open, flat grass surface on the side.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Are we stressing you out on the road? You can fully tell me. We can like.
I think, well, just off what he said there, this next section, we're just going to do, at most, it will be me and William and Hellah.
Yeah.
And then after we get through where it opens back up, if you want to jump back in. This sounds really sketchy. It took a lot out of me now in retrospect to dodge the traffic. We're dodging cars out there. I think that's a huge component. You're not certain of when the next aid stop is going to be. It's just more authentic.
Go lie down. Okay. Do you want to climb into the back or the front or the side?
Yeah. And then we'll see you in a bit, okay? Well done.
It's like definitely clear that I'm not going to make the goal. But I think, you know, the right thing, admirable thing to do is go to 72 hours and just see how far I get. So we'll do that today.
Until he started running, he never asked favors of people. I remember him breaking down one time, like a long time ago when he first started doing big efforts, being like, I just never knew like how much having people around me and support would feel, like how that would feel. And now I think that's just like, he just revels in it. He's really concerned about time right now, about whether or not he's going to finish in time. I'm mostly just concerned about him trying to enjoy the last little bit, because it's going to be over before we know it. And though this was a long 3 days, or this will have been, it's going to be something that lasts with him forever. So I just want him to soak it up.
I had been given this advice right before this effort started, was when it got hard to remember that it'll all happen in the blink of an eye. The same is true to life. It's all just a blink of an eye. Whatever it is you're in, like, accept it and get the most out of it as possible.
I think I've said it 100 times, but just overwhelmed by the community support aspect of it. It's been great. It's been awful, but it's been great. This challenge has just been about overcoming heat. And as much as it's been like the race against the Tesla, it's really been like me against Texas. And Texas almost got the best of her. I don't want to get too cocky with it because the nights have been really rough. I've yet to have a good night. So really hoping though, knowing it's the last one, will keep motivation high. And I got my boys with me, so we'll be all right.
There was some things said that really helped me to propel myself forward and also in afterwards feel validated. And a lot of that was coming from William and Hellah, really. There was a moment where I was like, just felt so wildly exhausted and stuff. And William was like, dude, I would have never set out on this. This is fucking nuts. Never, ever say I was gonna run for 3 days straight. It really was like a rallying cry for myself to like, see it through.
I'll be honest, the last day and a half, his lucidity, how he's been able to speak, tell stories, has really surprised me. Even running through the heat, and where us as crew and us as support members need our sleep and need to go away and we're not running. You know, sometimes I wake up and I come back out here and he's smiling. He's laughing, and that, I don't know where he digs so deep to get that from. So we're just on segment 8 here, and we turned onto Nutty Brown Road, and we're about 1.5 miles down in the Nutty Brown Road. As you can tell, our elevation here in this 24-mile segment is about 1,500 feet. So even though we had a lot of hills before, we haven't left them completely yet.
The stop where William kissed my feet, that one in particular to me was like very interesting. It felt magical a little bit. Like, not him kissing my feet, that was William being fucking nuts. But just like we had developed a community and like a really good thing in that moment.
Oh, that's awful. Oh my God, you sick fuck. Okay, I'll go down.
When shit turns weird, the weird turn pro. So we'll get weird.
I've been getting more pessimistic about my abilities and my ability to complete this challenge.
You were hallucinating about a rattlesnake, yeah? Or you were hoping one would...
I was hoping one would get me the first night.
How come?
Because I wanted to be done. I wasn't having fun. And it looked like a good way out. James, who was with me, jumped over one that almost struck him. And so then I just started like running closer to this edge of the grass.
You'd rather lose a limb than finish the...
It was an option at that point.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get to the hospital pretty quick, avoid any major injuries, but you know, your mind goes places.
How about tonight?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna get this shit done.
I felt it in everyone else, that we were all proud that we had kind of made it that far. Like, that was where doubt of finishing it left. Like, we were going to finish it. We all knew we were. And then Elmer's energy, like what he brought on the third night was It was awesome. Elmer in the mask was like one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
Elmer scared the living piss out of us. That was amazing.
He's raging. He's straight raging. We'll be talking and he'll just like fucking take off. Yeah, and then sprints through 200 miles as well, like he's just started. So yes, it's different. He's different. That's why I love him.
Can you give us a kiss?
Yeah, there's me kissing his feet for sure. I'll take all the credit.
Is there any point in this where you've wanted to just be alone with your thoughts, or the distraction's always good?
No, there's been a couple of times where I just felt overstimulated and kind of needed some quiet space, yeah. But all in all, I think everyone else's energy has helped me and carried me through in a very profound way.
It's feeling really strange.
Yeah, just a little loop trail.
Yeah.
So things are strange.
In what way?
I feel like I'm on acid without visuals.
What does that feel like then without visuals? Just body?
Yeah, I mean, things are floating a little bit. Like things start in one position and then move a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You've broken some barriers of consciousness.
I think at the last stop it was like a little unnerving, but now I'm just gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. Unnerving in what way?
Just like unsettled, you know, the flutters.
Good or bad? Both?
Initially it kind of caught me off guard, but yeah, I'm trying to just run with it. What do they say? When the going gets weird, the weird turn pro.
In retrospect, it was like, holy shit. Like I was on another plane that whole time. I was living in the spirit world. It was different than everyday life in a very profound way. And looking back on it, it's the most similar experience I've ever had to some of those heavier psychedelic trips.
Where the fuck are we?
Remember we said we're all land outside Austin?
Dude.
We found it.
Sure did. Might as well be on the moon for all I know. I don't know where the fuck we are.
How are you feeling about the end?
Excited for Robbie. Excited to be here to support him. I'd do anything for him. And I'm excited that he gets to finish this finally because he's been through a lot. Being able to witness it firsthand throughout the day, throughout the night, everything he had to endure. So it's exciting that it's finally getting to an end. And I'm sure he would say the same thing. I don't think he wants to keep going. I wouldn't, for sure.
So he has 10 miles left after this little turn.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, I want to give a big thanks to everybody for all you that have been here with me and all you that showed up today. Just thank you so much. Couldn't have done it without you.
Get the mileage.
Now we finished.
Oh, wow. Thanks, everybody. I'm just relieved, kind of, and proud of myself, proud of everybody that helped me, all of y'all. That's what this one was about. It was just like this community that I've developed over the years through running. Yeah, stoked about it. Congratulations. Thanks, buddy.
Well, not to spoil it, Robbie did not die at the end of his challenge.
And it wasn't timed.
It wasn't timed, and he did technically outlast the Tesla, although he didn't meet his kind of time goal.
The bigger picture in life is just like follow through. Like, it doesn't matter, this arbitrary goal of 72 hours, who cares? One of the bigger overarching things for me was bringing it all together and seeing that camaraderie and that synergy between us all felt really good. Like, being the catalyst for that experience made me feel very proud. Like, all aspects of people who were there throughout the whole experience to those cameos, those people that just showed up, whether it be those that showed up to run, like Nick Bear and his crew, James and Elmer, that was a surprise to me. Like, Shelly had set that up and it was just so awesome. Like, their energy to me was just so needed. And it was kind of one of those things where, like, the universe provides. We have these limits that we place on the humans that we don't put on mechanical devices. We'll run them and run them and run them. But a human, we're like, oh, like, can't do that. And having that mental override to say, no, like, it can keep going and we're gonna keep going. You break through these versions of yourself and, like, tear it away and come out a new person, which I think happens for everyone as we evolve through chapters in life, but it's interesting, these ones that happen so quickly. There's very few experiences in life where you look back 3 days later and you're like, I do not recognize that person from 3 days past. I think through this one I learned my worth. I feel for the first time accomplished, and like, my resume is pretty fucking badass. I've always thought about life in chapters, and like, I want to have a lot of chapters.